programs in jail were suspended for 2.5 years because of COVID, and now suspended again. Jail chaplains are eager to restart their programming soon and to continue to make the Life Recovery Bible available to all inmates requesting one. Joining us today is Executive Director Jerry Leach to tell us about jail chaplains and the upcoming fundraiser. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, Marlon. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So please share what the jail chaplains do and tell me about someone whose life has been impacted by the jail chaplains.
Well, first and foremost, as people that are familiar with our ministry, first think of us as taking Jesus into the Cass County Jail. So we've been doing that for 40 plus years. And we're just honored to be there. And when you talk about restarting programs soon, they restarted yesterday. So we're very thankful to be in there. And tonight is Alpha Night at the program, which is the basics of Christianity. And so it's a group program that will take place. But so we take Jesus into the Cass County Jail and build relationships with inmates there. So we have an opportunity to help them when they re-enter the community. But some people we meet, like when they're coming out of the prison system. And so I wanted to tell you about our friend Pete today. And Pete came to the men's anger group, the Living Free Anger group that meets at the Fargo Public Library on Monday nights. And Pete had served a 30-year prison sentence.
Wow.
Can you imagine? How do you put your life together? How do you re-enter a community after 30 years? So he was referred by his probation officer, and he faithfully came every week. Our volunteers and staff picked him up, and Pete was there, rarely said a word. And earlier this summer, there was a go-around question, and it was, what's the greatest gift you've ever received? And Pete quickly and boldly answered, what Jesus did for me on the cross.
Wow.
You know, so Pete found hope in Jesus and that group of men that he met with every week. You know, it's only 6 or 8 individuals. It's definitely a small group. But that's where we need to meet people, is one-on-one, and give them a second chance. And sometimes we need someone to believe in us before we can believe in ourselves. And so that's what the team at Jail Chaplains. We are a small staff and about 80 volunteers strong that just faithfully serve every week. And you know, the road to freedom, which is the theme of our event coming up, it's not a straight path. It's not a 6-month deal. It's not an 8-month deal. You know, it's a long, winding road, and there's detours and potholes. And the goal of the Jail Chaplains team is to be there and walk with people, accept them right where they're at, as God does for each one of us. And we can move forward and toward that road to freedom.
Awesome. So what can guests expect at the dessert social experience?
Oh my gosh. Well, I would say, first of all, a celebration of how God is restoring lives in our community. We are very intentional about the diversity of our audience. Obviously, our strong relationship with the Cass County Sheriff's Office. We typically have about 30 guests from there who come in uniform. We're very intentional about having returning citizens, former inmates in our audience. And so we shoot for 50 to 60 of them. And then the supporters, you know, the partners that have been with Jail Chaplains, new friends. So if you want to experience and learn and hear about what Jail Chaplains does firsthand from some people whose lives have been impacted, come and join us. And then we have this awesome, very spirited live auction. We only have about 9 items on it, but a couple of the most famous ones are a homemade carrot cake that always brings over $1,000. Former Governor Ed Schaefer makes a cherry pie, no cherry pie filling. He starts with sour cherries. We actually were at his home last week, videotape him making it. So watch our Facebook page. You'll see Ed baking the pie, a sample of it, because he'll bake a fresh one for the event coming up later this month. And then we have a week stay at a vacation cabin, a Medora package, and some gift certificates from businesses owned by returned citizens whose lives have been impacted by the ministry. Bab's Coffee House, Clean for Life, cleaning services, and probably Skill Cuts Barbershop.
Okay. How can our listeners get more information or purchase tickets?
They can go to jailchaplains.com, our website, and you'll be able to see more details about the event there as well as purchase tickets.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you so much, Marlon.
So coming up on today's show, we'll try a brand new popcorn. Stay tuned.